Massacres, Monster Madness.
The next time, young man, I find you with a worthless piece of shit like this again, you won't sit down for a week, buddy boy.
Creepshow is a horror fan's dream. First you have Stephen King writing the screenplay, then you have George Romero directing, and then Tom Savini doing the special effects. What more can you ask for? And it's not one, but 5 different short stories combined into one crazy twisted flick that doesn't hold back. It's inspired by the EC horror comics of the 1950s, such as Tales from the Crypt. They were scary stories known for their dark humor and twist endings. Creepshow captures that comic book style and does a damn good job at it. The first story is about a cranky man who comes back from the dead to get revenge on his family members. It's definitely not the best, but it gets things started. The second story is about a real dopey farmer who finds a meteorite in his backyard. Everything it touches spreads some kind of weird vegetation until it consumes everything in sight. It's pretty creative how they take something as simple as plants and make it into an epidemic. But it's also very comedic, mostly because of Stephen King's over-the-top performance.
Meteor ship!
I always found it hard to believe that's Stephen King in the role. I mean, here's the guy who wrote terrifying horror novels and scared the shit out of people, and here he is acting like Jerry Lewis and Jim Carrey combined.
Holy old Jesus!
The third story has another turnaround. Leslie Nielsen, known for his comedic roles, now playing a vengeful, evil mastermind. The wife is cheating on him, so he buries her and the lover neck deep on a beach as the tide comes in to drown them. The suspense is almost unbearable, and I never thought Leslie Nielsen could be so scary.
Nobody's going to hear anything. Now do what I told you.
The fourth story is about a mysterious crate that contains a monster. This happens to be the longest episode, but the less said the better, because this is one that's sure to please. The last episode goes straight for shock value. It's just a guy being attacked by cockroaches. This is my only warning about this movie, because this part is fucking disgusting. The middle 3 stories, I think, are by far the best, with the other 2 serving as bookends. Well, not counting the scenes where there's a kid reading the comic. That's the real bookend. The best way to describe this movie, it's just all over the place. You have horror movies that take themselves real seriously, but this is one that just busts loose. It's all fun. I can't think of too many movies like this. Nobody ever goes for this anthology format too often with more than one story. Unless you count the sequel, Creepshow 2. But it's not on par with the original and only has 3 stories instead of 5. There is an unofficial sequel, Creepshow 3. George Romero and Stephen King had nothing to do with it, and supposedly there's going to be more sequels. So forget the sequels and check out the first one, because it shows you how fun a horror movie can be.